Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 1. As our members group, the first one is myself, Ajeng Ayu Dwi Aryani. The second one is Andi Anugrah Arna. The third one is Alimatun Nisa. The fourth one is Amar Fauzan. The fifth is Afrilia Amanda. And the last one is Asma Tamrin. We will present material about morphemes. And as our three main topics, the first one is morpheme definition, the second one is types of morphemes, and the last one is analyze English words into morphemes based. And without any further ado, for the first presenters, Alimatun Nisa, time is yours.
Okay, thank you. And now I will explain about morpheme definition. Morpheme is smallest linguistic part of word that can have meaning. In the word, it is the smallest meaningful part of word. Example of morphemes as like un, break, and able, which word unbreakable. There are some definition from Katamba 1993 to 20 define morpheme as the smallest indivisible unit of semantic content or grammatical function which words are made up. And there are some definition from Richard et al. At 1993 to 183 define morpheme as the smallest unit in a language. A morpheme cannot be defined without altering or destroying its meaning. Okay, the next will be presented by Amar. Amar, the time is yours.
So, after you know the definition of morphemes, I will explain about morphemes continued. So, many words of English are morphologically simple or indivisible units, such as table, mass, wind, moss, etc. are words exemplifying a morpheme that cannot be segmented or divided into smaller units that are themselves meaningful. Or, in short, those examples cannot be broken into bowl, part of table, and queue, part of moss, etc. And kind, hope, bowl, etc. are words revealing a morpheme that cannot be destroyed. If the D, E, and L are removed, they change into keen, hope, and bow, which have a different meaning. And many English words are morphologically complex or divisible units, such as chairs, books, doors, etc. Are words that can be broken into a smaller meaningful unit. S can be removed from those words in which chair refers to one piece of furniture, book refers to one book in number, and door refers to one different door in type, while the three cases that S serves grammatical function of indicating plurality. So, how do we recognize a single sound or a string of sounds representing a morpheme? So, the answer is a single sound or string of sounds regarded as a manifestation of a morpheme depends on the word on which it appears. Un representing a negative morpheme and has a meaning that is roughly as not in words unclear, unobvious, and unsafe, etc. Un cannot be claimed as a morpheme when it, for instance, occurs in under and uncle, as there and cul have no identifiable grammatical or semantic value and have no meaning at all. So that is the explanation about morphemes continued, and then about the types of morphemes, which will be explained by Andi Anugrah.
Okay, I will be explain about types of morphemes. There are two types of morphemes: free morphemes and bound morphemes. Free morphemes are morphemes that are not related to other morphemes and can be used directly in speech. Free morpheme or free form is a linguistic form that can be used alone. For example, horse, drive, feet, etc. Whereas a bound morpheme is a morpheme that must first be combined with other morphemes to be used in speech. Bone morpheme or bone form, which is never used alone but should be used with other morphemes. For example, the English suffix ing must be used with a verb stem, as in the word driving and writing. Okay, that's all from me, and the next material will be explained by my friend Aprilia Amanda.
Okay, and I will explain about the next material, and it is called Morphs. Morphs is a physical form representing some form. Okay, and I will explain about the next material, and it is called Morphs. Morphs is a physical form representing some morphemes in a language. It is recurrent distinctive sound, sometimes we call it phoneme, or sequence of sound, sometimes we call it phonemes. And in a plain English, we call it the way a morpheme is formed. And as you can see in the example, there's a few. I park the car, we park the car, I park the car, he parks the car, she park the car, she parks the car, we park the car, and he parked the car. And the morphs, or the physical form, you can see this I, it is occurs in A and C, and then next she, it is occurs in A and F, he, it is occurs in D and H, the, it is occurs in all example as well as the word car. Next, park, it is occurs in all example, but sometimes it is used an ed suffix, s suffix, and on its own. For ed suffix, you can see on the word park, it occurs on A, B, A, and H. And for the s suffix, you can see it in the D and F for the word parks. And moving to the next part, different morphs might represent the same morpheme. And if different morphs represent the same morpheme, they are grouped all together called allomorphs of that morpheme. And you can see on the example, the past tense of regular verb, which is spelled it, is realized in speech by id, d, or t. id if the verb ends in d and t, as in man, mended, paint, painted. Next, d after a verb having a voiced sound, as in clean, clean, exemplify, exemplified. And the last one is t after a verb having a voiceless sound, bark, bark, pass, and passed. So that is all, and the next material will be presented and explained by my friend Ajeng.
So the next material is allomorphs. Allomorphs is any different forms of a morpheme. For instance, in English, the plural morpheme is often shown in writing by adding s or es to the end of a word. So there are some examples of allomorphs. The first one is the plural morphemes in English, usually written as has at least 3 allomorphs. The first one sounds as in cats, the second one sounds as in dogs, and the last one sounds is as in glasses. For the second example is the past form morpheme sounds has also 3 allomorphs. The first one is as in slammed, the second one sounds as in slipped, and the third one is as in stilted. And for the last examples is the negative morphemes change the prefix in to the consonant of the words in prefixes. The first one is ill as in illegal, the second is im as in impatient, the third is ir as in irregular, and the last one is in as in inconsiderate. So, allomorphs are often a part of a word. Allomorphs are concerned with the sounds of words. And the next material will be explained by Asma.
Allomorph distribution. The allomorph distribution is divided into three. The first is phonological conditioning. If a morpheme has several allomorphs, the choice of allomorph used in a given context is normally phonological condition. It means that the allomorph selected to represent the morpheme in a particular context is one whose phonological properties are similar to those of sound found in neighboring allomorph of some other morpheme. The second is grammatical conditioning. A particular allomorph is selected if a particular grammatical element is present. And the next or the third is lexical conditioning. A particular allomorph is selected if a particular word is present, like ox to oxen and teeth to tooth. A few morphemes whose allomorphs show no phonetic similarity, like bad to worse to words, and good to better and to best, and go to when and gone, and the last is far to further or further. Okay. Morphemic identification. The main technique used in the identification of morpheme is distribution, and the total set of contexts in which a particular linguistic form occurs, and we classify a set of morphs as allomorphs of the same morpheme if they are complementary distribution. The first, they represent the same meaning or the same grammatical function, and the two, they are never found in identical contexts. So the three morphs ID, D, and T, which represent the English regular past tense in complementary art distribution.
So, that's all for our presentation. If you have any question, feel free to ask. And thank you for watching.